Western countries continue their hostile stance against the Palestinian resistance movement Hamas. The US, the European Union, as well as Canada and now the UK have rejected a recent EU court ruling that urges the removal of the Palestinian group from the EU's terror watch list.
13 years after the designation of Hamas military wing as a terrorist group by the European Union, a top European court in Luxembourg has found that the imputations against the Palestinian resistance group were not based on legal judgment. The Wednesday verdict said the 2001 wrongful blacklisting of Hamas was based on an unfair media portrayal rather than a verifiable investigation into the group's activities. But the landmark ruling infuriated Israel and its Western allies. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was quick to react, accusing the European Union of court hypocrisy.
Today we witnessed staggering examples of European hypocrisy. In Geneva, they call for the investigation of Israel for war crimes, while in Luxembourg, the European Court removed Hamas from the list of terrorist organizations.
The European Union also reacted to the judgment, saying the move may be a legal court ruling, but not definitely a political decision taken by EU member states. Meanwhile, Hamas officials have hailed the move. A senior resistance movement figure said the court ruling is illuminating, as it clarifies the difference between terror and rightful resistance.
This decision corrects a historic mistake against the Palestinian resistance, one that deemed Hamas was with terror, and we have always demanded the world to distinguish between terror and resistance, which is a legitimate right for all nations.
Now, the latest country to join the anti-Hamas trend is the UK. The British Foreign and Commonwealth Office says it will do its best to keep the Palestinian resistance movement on the European Union's blacklist, adding that the EU court decision will not lead to a change in London's stance on Hamas. Earlier, the US, Israel's staunchest ally, also called on the EU to keep up its sanctions against Hamas. The US State Department's spokeswoman Jen Psaki noted that Washington is not considering any shift in its present policy toward the Palestinian resistance movement.